So if this is your first time of opening ArchiCAD, this video is your roadmap for clarity. Alright, so I'm going to break down the ArchiCAD interface into 5 sections so that when next you open the software, you will navigate freely. Okay, let's begin. Alright, let's start from the moment you open ArchiCAD. You will get a startup screen like this. So if you navigate to the upper part here, you will see 3 options. The new here allows you to open a fresh project, and the browse lets you to open an already existing file. So wherever you have saved your file in your drive, once you click on browse, you will locate it. Alright, and teamwork is simply for collaboration. So once you want to collaborate with your friends, your colleague, just sign into your BIM cloud and you both will exchange your design data. Alright, just below these 3 main options, you will see recent projects. So if you have projects you've worked before now, all of them will appear here. This preview here helps you to easily preview that project without you going through your file to check the name. Okay, so once you are here, the file would display and you could easily click that particular project and immediately it will open. Okay, so below it here we still have quit ArchiCAD. So if you want to quit ArchiCAD, just click here. Alright, and once you have selected that particular project, if you click on open selected, that file will open. Okay, so you can even double click to open the file without using this open selected. Alright, and that's all for this startup screen. So since we want to navigate through the ArchiCAD interface, we are going to select new to start. So once this panel pops up, just come over to this work environment profile and select default profile. Click on new. Now that our workspace is ready, the first one is the menu bar. So if you navigate to the upper part here, this is called the menu bar. This menu bar have the major commands you would always use in your design flow. Okay, so if you click on file here, you can be able to start up a new project, open an already existing project, or even to close that project. You can also save your project from here or import an external content. So these are the things we can find under the file tab. So let's move to the edit tab. So from here you can do basic copy and paste, undo and redo, or even to group your elements. Okay, so if we move to the view tab, so this view here is basically how do you want to view your project. If I come over to these 3D options here, we have perspective mode, axonometry mode, and different 3D styles. So this view gives us access to set how we want to view our project. Okay, so design is where all your modeling tools live. So whichever modeling tool that you are looking for, you will find it under this design. Okay, the next one here is document. So this is where all your annotation tools, your layer, and all the rest live. So whichever annotation tool that you are looking for, once you navigate to the document tool here, you will locate it. Okay, so the option here gives you access to do basic settings in your project, and teamwork is for collaboration like we said earlier. Window here is for your basic configuration, how you want some things to look like in your workspace. Okay, So the model port here is a plugin, okay, and CI Tools is another plugin, D5 Render is another plugin, and LiveSync here is another plugin. So in our subsequent videos we'll explain these plugins later, but for now we are skipping them. And the help here gives you access to quick tips or even to get online resources from Graphisoft directly. Okay, just below this menu bar you will see quick access buttons like the trim, the split, adjust tool, the measuring tool, and the rest of them. This quick access button helps you to perform basic editing in your work without you digging through the menu bar all the time. Alright? The second one here is the toolbox. So if you navigate to the left part of your screen, this is called the toolbox. Okay, so by default we have it to be very small like this, but I'm going to expand it so that we can see all that is contained in it. So just click one of these edge to expand it. This is okay. So I'm going to expand these points as well. So basically this is where all your 2D and 3D elements live. If we look closely, this toolbox is split into 3 groups. We have design, viewpoint, and document. Under design we have wall tool, column, beam, slab, and the rest of them. So these are your 3D elements. Okay, the next one is the viewpoint. This viewpoint helps us to view anything in our project. So we have tools like the section tool, the elevation tool, the camera tool, and the rest of them. And the last one here is the document. Under it we can see the dimension tool, the text tool, the fill tool, the line tool, and the rest of them. So this is your 3D elements, and from here this is your 2D elements. So in your design toolbox you have a combination of 3D elements and your 2D elements. Also, if you want to access your toolbox from the menu bar, if you come over to design here, architectural tools, you will see the 3D elements here, and these 3D elements are also found here. You can see it from here. Okay, so if we come to the design tab here, documenting tools, we have section, elevation, interior elevation, and the rest of them. If you look closely here, from viewpoint to document, you will see similar tools there. Okay, so that's how to locate them from your menu bar. So let's assume I want to access the wall tool. Just double click on it and the settings dialog for that wall tool will appear. So whichever tool that you want to access, just double click on it, the settings dialog for that particular tool will appear. Okay, the third one is the info box, just below the menu bar here and the quick access buttons. The next one is the info box. So this is called the info box. This info box allows you to perform fast setup for any tool that you have selected. So it gives you that access to do basic customization without you going through the main settings dialog for that particular tool. You get a point? For example, if you click the wall tool, you see from this info box you can access your layer settings very fast. Okay, if you click here now, you can change it to any layer that you want it to be. All right, if you come over to this geometry method, you can also change the geometry of your wall. Okay, even the reference line location, from here you can change your wall face to any side you want, and even your wall height and your wall thickness. So you see that this info box gives you that fast control without you digging through the main settings dialog. So it is very important. All right, just below the info box we have 3 view tabs here: the ground floor, 3D, and south elevation. So currently we are working on ground floor, so this is our current view. So if we want to switch to 3D view, just click on this 3D here. Automatically we have switched to 3D view. Okay, if we want to see the elevation view, just come over to this south elevation. You will see the south elevation of your project. So whichever elevation that you want to switch to, we will still get to that. But these 3 view tabs here gives you that quick access to switch to any view that you want. Okay, so this is our ground floor now. The fourth one is the navigator. So if you shift to the right side of your screen, this is called the navigator. So if you want to stay very organized in your project, the navigator here is your home. Okay, if you look to the upper part here, we have 4 tabs: the project map, the view map, the layout book, and the publisher set. So from this project map, you can set your stories in this project map. You can adjust your sections and elevations from here. You can even switch to any elevation view from this project map and all the rest. Okay, if you come over to the view map here, this is where all the views in our project are being stored. So your floor plan views, you will see all of them in the view map. Your ceiling plans, you will see everything. The structural plans, all of them, you will see them in the view map. The next one here is the layout book. Basically, this is where you can customize your sheet to any size. So be it A4, A3, A2, any size, you can customize it in the layout book. For example, if I select this A3 and right click to open it, so from this template sheet you can edit to your own text. You see all of these things here, you can edit to your own text. Alright, even if you want A1, just right click to open it. You see it becomes bigger, so you can edit to any text that you want. So the last one here is publisher set. So all the saved views from your view map will appear here for publishing. So in our own case, we have not saved this our project, that's why we are seeing untitled here. So just select the name of that sheet or the name of that project which is untitled from our own. Just select it like this. Come over to this part. This is called format. You can choose any format you want, be it DWG, PNG, JPEG, and all the rest. So if you want to publish as PDF, select PDF and click on publish. Automatically the files here will be converted as PDFs. Okay, now the last one here is the quick option bar. Just below your ArchiCAD bottom screen, this is called the quick option bar. So this quick option bar lets you to streamline your workflow. So for example, if I zoom down now, you see we have 19% zoom of our screen now. And if I click on this fitting window, automatically I will come back to the original status. Okay, the next one here is the orientation. From here you can change the orientation of your work. If I switch to 90 degree, you see this is what I mean. So from here you can switch to any orientation you want. so I'm taking this back to 0 degree. Also, we can adjust our scale from here very fast. So if we switch this to 1:20, you see the drawing becomes very large. Let me change it back to 1:100. Okay. Even from here, we can access our layer settings very fast, and the rest of them here. Okay. So this helps you to access some functions very fast. Alright. Just below this quick option bar, you will see a message here. Okay, this is called the quick status bar. What this thing does is it provides you quick feedback based on what you are doing in your project. It's like a guidance. All right, so I have selected this one now. If I try to draw, look at that portion, you see, enter next node of polygon. So this gives you the information or guidance based on what you are doing. So all the tools here can be docked to any position you want. Alright, this is what I mean. I can decide to change the position of this navigator. Maybe I can bring it to this left part. So just come over to this place. You see this mark, just long press to dock it. Just long press your left click to dock it to any position you want. You see? So if you want to work with a workspace like this, that is for you. Okay? So you can also decide to shift it to any part you want. Maybe you can take all of this to the right part here. So it all depends on what you want. So I'm going to dock it back to the original position. Okay? So just select it. Alright, this is all for ArchiCAD beginners interface. Okay, more videos like this will be coming in. Do me well by sharing, liking and subscribing so you don't miss the next video. Peace.